That's really a boring intro.
Go Sabres!
Come on, Sabres! Oh, a good time. What a good time that era was.
Yes.
Hey, y'all.
Hello.
So, it's just, I don't even know what to tell y'all. The news is depressing. Everything's depressing right now.
It was. And where I find my joy, that was depressing in these troubled times.
These troubled times really, Insecure let me down. But we're not going to talk about that right now.
Yeah.
The intro song you heard, the dun dun dun. You know, I think that's Tasha Mack walking to the football.
It might be.
I really think it is her. But or Wendy Raquel Robinson or Piggy Greer.
Yeah.
So if you heard the intro, that was the intro to one of the best shows CW had. The Game.
Yep. The Game, comedy spinoff of Girlfriends from creator Mara Brock Akil. It ran for 9 seasons from 2006 to 2015. Seasons 1 through 3 were on CW. Those are the only seasons that we acknowledge.
Only. I'm allowed for this recapping, but let's always be clear. The Game, when it was a comedy for 22 to 24 minutes on the CW on Thursday nights and then Friday nights, was a top.
It was Monday nights.
Girlfriends?
Yeah, it was.
And they changed it to Friday. Yeah, okay. So from Monday, and then they changed it on Friday. And I knew it was about to be canceled when they changed that shit to Friday.
So sad when they changed it to Friday.
When you watch a lot of TV, you start knowing when shit's on its way out.
They trying to.
I'm like, why
are they trying to do this to the Game? Because at that point, I think they got rid of Girlfriends at that point.
I think Girlfriends ended abruptly that we still deserve a spinoff.
And so,
not a spinoff. We deserve a movie.
Yeah. So the Game was like barely holding on. I used to tell people like, "Yo, y'all need to be watching the Game." Like
I
the Game
watched
is a
the
good
Game
show.
religiously.
Yes.
Actually at the time, me and my friend Lauren were like obsessed because she was dating this basketball wives shit. But either way, we liked the Game. So me and her used to watch it together all the time. And then I think the final season I was living with Shantara. Mm-hmm. So me and Shantara watched that finale when Duran and Melanie were getting married, but then Janae had the baby. Mm-hmm. And I literally remember that day because I had ordered like a whole bunch of stuff from Pizza Hut and we watched it together. And I was like, damn, it's a good ass show. Yeah. And then life happened. But continue.
Yeah, no, I used to when they moved it to Fridays. You know, Fridays is like our party night. So, but I made sure because, you know, back then we didn't have DVR, but I had the TV with the VCR. And, you know, also then you couldn't set it for the show you wanted it to record. You had to know the time of the show.
I used to say, you know what? Yeah. Back in the day when I used to do my VCR, I used to always start the shows 5 minutes and 10 minutes early and then tape it 5 to 10 minutes later.
Yep. So even like I made sure because either we were pre-gaming, we were getting ready to go out, I would make sure I was watching the game or I made sure I recorded it. So, but yeah, that was when it was on CW from seasons 1 through season 3. From season 4 to season 9, it was on BET. And, you know, I don't know if y'all remember also, we petitioned. Well, I ain't petitioned.
I petitioned. I regret it. That was the worst thing I ever did.
That show on BET. And I was really happy because I was like, wait,
it took like a year. It took a year or two. Like that. Yeah. The Game being petitioned to be back on TV was the first, like, social media influenced Black Twitter. Like, I really think Black Twitter was created when Michael Jackson died because something about that death. Everybody, I think that's when Black Twitter actually was just like a real thing. But pre-Michael Jackson, the only other thing I remember that brought a bunch of people together was the Game. That is the first time I realized that like the internet and social media can move some shit.
Yeah. And the season 4 premiere ended up being the most watched season premiere in cable TV history with the record-breaking 7.7 million viewers. And so we were excited until we knew, what BET had in store for our show. But so Tia Mowry Hardrick starred in the show from season 1 to season 5, and she appeared in season 9 as Melanie Med School Barnett. She was Derwin Davis's girlfriend, later turned wife, and she struggled with balancing her dreams of being a doctor and pursuing that versus also supporting him and him being new to the NFL. Pooch Hall played Derwin Ding Dong Davis from season 1 to season 5, and he appeared in season 6 and season 9. He started off as a rookie wide receiver for the San Diego Sabres, and he was a little naive, and he also, he was just trying to adjust to his newfound stardom. Wendy Raquel Robinson played Tasha Mack. She was a teen mom who became a successful manager for her son Malik.
Piggy!
Yes. Malik Wright was played by Hosea Sanchez, and he was the Sabres star quarterback. He was the franchise player too, right?
Who?
Malik. Or was he just...
He was... No, yeah, I think he was when the show first started, he was a franchise player. Jason Pitts was like the old franchise player turned like
he was a captain,
not rookie. What's the other word?
Vet.
He was like a vet. Yeah, he was. And then because I think halfway through the show, Derwin ended up being a franchise player. Yeah.
So Malik started off as a franchise star quarterback for the Sabres. He was arrogant, cocky, flashy, a womanizer, a mama's boy. And he gave Melanie her nickname of Med School because he just did not care to remember her name when the show first started.
Didn't.
He didn't care. Kobe Bell played Jason Pitts, who, as we said, was a Sabres vet. He was a superstar wide receiver and a team captain. He was married to Kelly Pitts and the father to Brittany Britt Bratt. And he was cheap as hell for no reason.
Was.
And Brittany Daniels played Kelly Pitts from season 1 through season 3, and then she returned. She had a recurring role for seasons 4 and 7, and then she returned for seasons 8 and season 9. And she initially started off as the president of the Sunbeams, and just very bubbly. I
loved her.
Yeah, just a nice red.
She was like Pinterest on fucking steroids.
Yes. And, as the show... And TT, I forgot his real name. He was a great, addition. He would come through at a good time with comedic lines.
He did give the best one-liners.
Yeah. And then...
TT was Malik's cousin.
Yeah. And as the show went on to BET in the later years, Jay Ellis joined as Blue, and he was the star.
Jay Ellis, who is
Lawrence.
Yes.
And... I just didn't... We'll get back to that. Lauren London. I don't remember her character's name. She played on the show.
Brandy came as Chardonnay.
Yeah, Brandy was Chardonnay, and it was like a thing with her and Jason.
Never got into it.
Yeah, where they were together and they were dating, but then he ended the show marrying Kelly again. So...
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm happy about that.
Yeah, they got back together at the end of the show. That's one of the things I remember. And yeah, so the show was great on CW.
That was top tier television.
Yeah. But with BET and the way they did Tia and Pooch Hall was... It wasn't right. And then also the way even how
honestly, I didn't like the fact that when it went to BET, they amplified characters that were already perfect. So I didn't like the fact that they made Kelly edgy. She came back with like a Rihanna good girl gone bad haircut and was just super aggressive, and that was totally different from this woman who was just like Sunbeams. Oh my god, guys, lemonade. Oh my god, guys.
But no, like I was gonna say is that the way that they did Tia and Derwin, even on the show, they had Pooch Hall go out sad as Derwin. I think that it was like a scene of him actually being carried off of the show or carried out of a scene. No, it was, like I said, I watched it when it was on BET because it was just something to watch, but I didn't really, the way it was on CW where I looked forward to it, on BET was just kind of okay. But it was like a scene where they had to carried him out or something. He went out bad on the show, where it's just like,
because I remember Tia said she left the show because they were about to put them in the background, and I think what they were trying to do was make it more of like ER and Grey's Anatomy, where it's like this ensemble cast where it could be interchangeable. But the reality about the game would be, it was a backdoor pilot. It was on Girlfriends as a backdoor pilot. Yeah. They literally introduced us to Melanie Barnett through Joan, who was Tracy Ellis Ross.
She played.
On Girlfriends.
She was Joan's cousin.
She was Joan's cousin. So they literally introduced them to the forefront. So it was like, no matter how you cut this show up,
this is
the central show is Derwin and Melanie trying to navigate her also being like a power player, because she got accepted to Johns Hopkins, and she kind of gave everything
and she
up.
Never let him forget that.
Yeah, did never.
She never.
They kind of like, they were the focal point of the show. Like you can like Tasha Mack, but when they started focusing too much on Tasha Mack and made her super ghetto on BET, I was kind of over it.
And then they had Tasha on BET. They made it so that like she got pregnant but didn't know who her baby daddy was.
And the thing about Tasha Mack, she was raw, she was uncut, and she had an edge about her. But Tasha Mack essentially was smart.
Yeah, she knew how to draw it back when she
exactly. She was Malik's manager. She wasn't just like some hood rat. Yeah. And by that time, they was dealing with a lot of money. So to make her overly ghetto, like she's smoking Black and Miles outside on BET, it's just like, no, Tasha Mack.
And they made her scared of Kelly because they ended the CW finale with Kelly hitting her because she had hooked up Jason with Stacey Dash character.
And it was, but even if Kelly did that, Tasha Mack wasn't scared of Kelly. I felt like she probably wouldn't whoop her ass out of respect.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
Like, you got it.
You got it. I did fuck up on that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's talk about this.
But you hit me again. I will drag you up and through these streets. Yeah. But I was wrong. Let's have a conversation now.
Yeah.
But making her scared of her, and that good girl going bad haircut on Kelly, and just even Jason dating Chardonnay was stupid because Jason was too uppity for something like that to begin with.
But then they even made like Melanie on the CW was already kind of annoying anyway, but they like took it up a notch when she won BT because also made her like super insecure and doing the DNA test on that baby
while the baby taking a bath. It was just a lot.
It was like
when that show was so it was better as it was better as a 30-minute comedy, but even the season finale, right when it got canceled, it was very dramatic. Yeah. Like,
Cause they were trying to fall in line with what CW said they were trying to take the network in that direction of more dramas. Yeah, basically they no longer cared about their black audience.
Yeah, they didn't care about a little cute little comedy. Yeah. And really, I don't care. UPN CW was top tier when they had all the black shows. They not even in a conversation right now.
On BET and with Malik, they turned him into like a crackhead and stuff, and it was.
And they got rid of TT. TT wasn't like there.
TT would pop up every once in a while,
but he wasn't funny.
It was just real. And I used to hate because a sunny Atlanta looks totally different from a sunny Southern California. And so for them to be trying to portray like, we're still in California, San Diego, but then they're walking around in Atlantic Station. I'm like,
and you can't walk around in popular places of Atlanta. Like Atlantic Station is the last place you take.
I was like,
that's like being in Lenox, like outside of Lenox.
Right. No. Trying to pass off as Atlanta.
No. Yeah, they didn't do that show any justice. Originally, like, even when Derwin got engaged to Melanie and that girl was like, we did it, girl. After so many niggas.
After all these years, girl.
We finally got him hooked. That was hilarious.
And it was like, let me see your ring.
And it was so simple. Oh my God. And I think Bumper Robinson, shout out Bumper Robinson. That was, this is Nelly ex-girl. What's the girl video vixen?
Tay Hecker?
Tay Hecker, yeah.
She's so pretty to me.
You always, she's cute. But Tay Hecker in that scene, top tier says.
Because by that time, Tay had Jason, she had Malik, and she had Derwin.
And Bumper Robinson, whoever his name was on that show, finally wiped her up. We did it, girl!
No, I remember the diamond fell out of
and then they had to look for it. Oh, God, it was so... And Stacey Dash was good in that show, too.
She was.
Oh, Stacey.
And Tasha was with Rick Fox. She was good with Rick
That
Fox.
episode when she was sucking his toes is like ingrained in my head for some reason. I don't know why, because I was like, wow, Wendy really took it there. Like,
Wendy was fulfilling all her fantasies.
Right there. But
she's like, yes, well, he used to play on the Lakers, child.
Got him. But
they had Robin Givens dating Malik at one point.
I like when he dated the bigger girl. Yeah, but it was only funny because she really was like, I don't want to be having sex in your mama house. Right. He was like, it's cool, mama. Is she good? Yeah, she good. Like Tasha's like, she good, she straight. I ain't worried. Anyways,
girl, you want something to eat? Like, I'm grown, Malik. I don't.
But then Malik, I used to actually I like their dynamic more too on CW because you got, I don't know, it was something, they made it just, BET messed up everything.
Yeah, because it was like on CW, they were codependent. But it was still like,
it wasn't so weird.
Yeah,
cause Malik living with his mama, but essentially he's not really living with his mama. It's like they just happen to live together.
No, but she was still calling the shots.
No, she did call shots on his ass, and that's what made it funny too. But then overall, she was not she was a good parent. I don't know. Something about their relationship on the CW didn't seem as creepy to me. And so they got to BET. Like I could still date Malik knowing Tasha is in the room probably next to us. Whatever.
It just became very contentious on.
Yeah, it got, once again, we begged and begged and begged. And I think it took them a year or two to even get that show on BET. I think it might have been a couple of years or a year and a half. We begged for that show, for BET to eat that show alive.
And honestly, they didn't have a budget for that show. But
then they would have had the budget if they would have kept it at 30 minutes and cute.
It still remained.
It wasn't 30. The episodes seemed long as fuck. That's how much I hated that show. It was 30. Are you sure?
Yes, it was 30 minutes.
It wasn't an hour?
No.
Oh my God! You sure?
I don't think it was an hour. I think it stayed at 30 minutes.
Oh my God, that shit! Maybe it was the BET commercials that threw me off, because BET would have a commercial for 20 minutes. Oh my God, are you sure?
Yes, it was definitely 30. It's remained 30 minutes on BET.
That was a fucking that show was terrible.
Yeah, it was still 30 minutes on BET.
Oh my God! But I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Once I seen Tasha Mack smoking that Black and Mild in Atlanta Station, I don't think I watched that. Oh wait, I did see an episode when Britt Brat went from 7 to 18.
Oh yeah, and she had stank ass attitude.
And she was terrible. Oh yeah, God.
She wasn't the little cute Britt Brat no more. That was selling Girl Scout cookies and stuff.
Yeah.
Remember when Kelly family moved into the house where her and Jason was going through? He was so mad about them using up the toilet paper.
He was so fucking Jason. Did he have a Pitts dance? You remember when I used to love Jason Pitts was top tier on that show too. Jason Pitts they really had a good thing going, and I know we begged for it, but I wish we didn't get what we begged for.
Yeah.
I would have liked to, because in reality, the show ended. I can't remember everybody else's storyline, but Melanie and Darwin getting married and Janae having a baby and them getting married at the hospital after she gave birth was actually, now that I look at it, was a good wrap up. Yeah. Now that I know what happened with BT.
Yeah, because Jason and Kelly, they ended up splitting up, and it was just okay. And I mean, Malik was still doing his thing with his football career, but then it wrapped up where he had found his sister and his real dad, and his sister wanted to go into music, and he said he was going to be the sister's manager.
Oh my God, you remember when they played To the Left when Derwin got caught with old girl who played T-Boz?
Man, look, Drew, I haven't cared for Drew ever since then.
Hold on a second.
Ever since
but that
she was playing T-Boz, I was like, this bitch
slept with Darwin.
She ruined their relationship. And it wasn't so bad.
It's the fact that they played and then Tia went in on him about having that C-4 suit on. Oh my God.
She called him a Chicago step.
Oh my God. That was such good television.
That brown suit was so tacky. Tia was looking good in that green dress, but Derwin came through with that Chicago.
He had that hat on.
Girl.
Oh my God, that was. I need y'all to understand how top tier the game was when it was on. I literally was devastated about Drew Sidora, and just the way it came out, how Tia just happened to be walking around the corner, and she's just
it was I didn't like Drew after that, because the fact it was okay, so you cheated, you knew he had a girlfriend, but then you had an attitude with. Because wasn't she what?
But then it was like that. It was that one girl who was like the manager,
the agent.
Yeah, man, that show was so good, and the fact that they played to the left, like, because that's back when Beyonce was still Beyonce, but she hadn't quite hit the real. Because they said like now they wouldn't be able to pay for no Beyonce feature, but the fact that they had to the left playing,
and she left that car on drive.
But it was just like Kelly and Tasha was on the street. Like, oh shit, like. Just Adora! Or when that girl had the turkey baster trying to get pregnant and Melanie told him, like, you got to get your ass caught up.
Yes. Girl, remember when Melanie had her good girl gone bad phase and she was sleeping with her, was it like the mentor? It was something in her residency. It was like the top doctor or something.
Remember when she was sleeping with the other football player too? The one who always fucked up in 90s movies and stuff.
Yeah. Remember when she tried to sleep with Malik?
Oh my God!
Tasha was like, okay, now you gotta get up out of here.
Okay, now we need to really talk. Like, you have a lot going on.
You my friend, but that's my son.
Yeah, like I treat you like
and I can't have the wide receiver and the quarterback beefing. So you gotta go.
You're doing too much.
This is business.
She was so oh my God, the way Melanie was lost. The way Melanie, and then the funny part about that show is if you look at like his apartment first season to like the later like third season, like he had that little ass TV in the living room, and he could just tell new money. It was just that was top tier.
Remember when he was like holding Bible study in his apartment trying to get Melody back?
Oh my God, that nigga tried so hard.
Yo, he was trying to get her back, but then she did something where he was just like, you know what? I'm done. I forgot. She went over the edge.
She jumped in the middle of it. Like, and I think too because she gave up John Hopkins.
That she never let us forget.
Never. But she did, like, at one point, it was just like, all right, Melanie, he was wrong, but either second back or don't. Like, I feel that about both ways in seconds. Me and Chrissy talk about it all the time, about how people be punishing you. It's just like, all right.
You get to a point where it's just like, okay.
Now you're the problem. Right. I'm the victim. You done got back at me so much that now I'm the actual victim. Right. You done took the victory away from you. Like, relax. Oh my God. And when Janae said she was pregnant, how devastated I was.
Oh girl. And I remember
how can you breathe with no air? No air. No. That's back with
he had just got back with Melanie. Yes. It wasn't like he came home to Janae in his house or something, or
I can't remember, but I know Melanie came and Janae was like, I guess went to use the restroom. Yeah. So Melanie like, we together. Yeah. And then Janae come out. And the funny part about that scene, now that I look back at it, his shirt was all like tussle. Like, did y'all niggas fight? What she said? did you niggas fight? You know, like he looked so raggedy. It's just like, did y'all niggas tussle before?
Dirt with him, dirt.
Yeah, like, you ruined my life. Did you try to take her out before this happened? Like, why's your shirt like hanging like this? His shirt was hanging so bad in that scene. And I remember even then, I was just like, so what happened before Melanie got here?
Fight.
Like, did you hit her? Like, you full Nelson her, didn't you? I know you. I could tell you full Nelson this lady.
Nah, because you know the way Janae was, he probably said something stupid and Janae probably smacked him.
Girl, it looked like they tussled though. But yeah, even that episode.
And Melanie was, even with that, she exerted like her, no, she may have had your baby, but I'm going to be here. And like kissed him all like forcibly and stuff. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I guess, child.
But I remember like the moment I watched, I was like, fucking air went out my lungs. Like, are you kidding me? Like, what? Yeah. And the thing is, I didn't like Janae, but the reality about Janae and Derwin, that was dead ass his girlfriend. Yeah. So it's like Janae got a whole lot of hate, but it's like she got pregnant from her boyfriend at the time.
But I liked Janae. Like, while they were dating, I liked her because I actually thought that she could have did better than Derwin because Derwin was like childish to me.
Derwin was immature.
He was very immature and like. Janae, she was in the inner circle. She was in that environment, but she wasn't like a groupie or nothing.
Because I think she was adjacent to it, like her daddy.
Yeah.
We can't remember exactly what her daddy did, but it was something adjacent.
Yeah,
and she had like that boutique, like Rodeo.
Yeah, she wasn't easily impressed by none of that. It was just kind of like, oh, okay, you know, whatever. And she had Melanie shook.
She did.
Melanie was shook. Because
Melanie stood on, I'm in med school, I'm a doctor, I'm better than you bitches. And Janae
I'm an entrepreneur.
Was equally successful.
I'm hella confident.
Yeah,
I'm pretty.
I don't need him either.
Yeah,
like I can pay my own bills.
I'm helping him out because I'm putting him on.
Yeah, like okay.
Yeah, because didn't she help him with his apartment?
Yeah, she did. She did. So, like she wasn't. Melanie really her comeback to all the other bitches was all the other women was basically, I'm in med school. You can't offer him anything because you're a groupie. And then she ran across somebody who wasn't a groupie. Yeah. I remember when she went to that girl boutique. It was just like, Melanie.
Right. Like, Janae was just like, okay.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, okay, so you're his ex-girlfriend. Okay,
nice
that's
to meet you.
Yeah.
We're gonna buy a small, a 4. Right. What are you? Like, a 6, a 2?
She wasn't moved at all by Melanie. And I liked Janae, but then it was like, once they got back together, it was just like, damn, now she pregnant?
Always like that. Always like that, apparently. But yeah,
doing this in 2020 apparently.
But no, the game on CW was top tier television. Yeah. They did a really good job with that show. Yeah. They all should be super proud of that show. Mm-hmm. I mean,
and weren't they just trending again last night?
They were. And the thing about the game that made me sad was, so I watched the game when it was on CW, but I remember when they finally started airing the old episodes on BET and like how crazy it was. Like everybody was obsessed with the game. Because I remember like going, this is like before everybody really was on Twitter. Oh, was Twitter even created by then?
I think
everybody was on Facebook. Stages. Yeah, everybody was on Facebook at the time. And I remember everybody used to be making posts about the game. And it was just so crazy to know that it was such a good show, but it was never a lot of eyes on it.
Because everybody didn't get on it until like season 3.
Yeah, so it ended, but then when it got on BET, then everybody seen 1 and 2. Because you remember BET, when BET first, when BET was about to start developing the game or picking up the game, they clearly got all the rights to the prior episodes. So that was the time where the game was always on BET at one point. Like, it was nothing for you to turn the television on and the game be on BET. And so then everybody started getting into the game. And it was just so crazy to see everybody's enthusiasm about a show that had already, like, aired, like, a year. Mm-hmm. Or at that point, probably, like, 2 or 3 years before. And it was just such good writing that everybody was obsessed.
We also have to remember that Janae was on the game, but she was also on Insecure.
Oh, Janae was on Insecure too.
Yeah, she was. Candace.
Mm-hmm. They really and she was pregnant last time. She was,
announcing her pregnancy the last season.
Oh.
Yeah.
I guess so. Clearly, we don't really have nothing to talk about because TV ain't really on. Yeah. But luckily for us, our favorite show was on this week. It was a series finale.
Season finale.
Season finale.
Well, we gonna see.
It could have been a fucking series finale if you ask me.
We gonna see how much longer this is my favorite show.
That only got 1 episode to try me.
So last night, Insecure season 4, episode 10, Low Key Lost, premiered.
20 minutes late.
Yes, because that show ahead of it, I guess they were doing the season.
Earlier that day, I realized it came on at 9:20. So I was like still out. I had just, when you text me, I was like picking up my food because I knew it was going to come on at 9:20.
Well, I didn't.
And Chrissy didn't know, and she let it be known that she didn't know that it was going to be 20 minutes late. But go ahead.
I was like, what the hell is this? Why are you always doing this to Insecure? Like, what the hell? Nah, so this episode was written and directed by Prentice.
Okay.
Yeah. So we see Issa and Lawrence. They're still going strong. He gets his dream job in San Francisco, and they decide that they're going to make it work. The next day, Issa goes over to Nathan's new barbershop, to check it out. And plus, she's considering holding her next event there. And, he apologizes for shading her relationship with Lawrence. And he lets her know that he still wants to remain friends. We see Molly and Andrew at her work mixer. And, one of her coworkers invites them out to invites them to an event afterwards. And we see that, Andrew really doesn't want to go, but he goes, he obliges, because Molly wants to go. And this later leads to an argument between them because Andrew doesn't really feel like they're on the same page, and he always feels that he yields to what Molly wants to do. And she doesn't see it that way. But at that time, she gets a call from Kelly. And Kelly is blowing her phone up. And, you know, come to find out, Tiffany is missing. So they all, Issa, Molly, Kelly, and Derek, they all go looking for Tiffany. And they ended up finding her at a hotel.
The Sheridan.
Yeah, at the Sheridan, because you know it's already been hinted in prior episodes that Tiffany may be suffering from postpartum depression, and we get that confirmation this episode. And then we go back to seeing Molly and Andrew talking because they didn't get to finish their argument. And at this point, Andrew is kind of like, we can be done. And he's like, he asked Molly, basically, what is she working for? Like, does she really feel that they could really make the relationship work? And we don't get her answer. But then we see that Lawrence goes over to Issa's, and he ends up dropping the bomb that Condola is pregnant, and she's keeping it, but he still wants to be with Issa. And so, you know, of course, Issa is distraught. And we end the episode and the season with Molly and Issa finally meeting up to talk. And, you know, they meet up at that Ethiopian restaurant that they love. And this time, Molly has reached out to her. So.
That was stupid.
Let me tell you something. When Lawrence came in there with them watery eyes, he looked like a sad nostrils.
Puppy. He looked like a sad puppy.
My heart dropped. And I was just like, my heart dropped into my stomach. And it was just more so, I was just very disappointed that they took that episode in that direction.
Like I would have preferred this season to end on episode 8. When Issa just walking through the neighborhood after her and Lawrence had their whole good date night. Or I would have gave them episode 9.
Yeah.
Even because then it's just like, damn, well, Molly and her going to be friends. Yeah. And her just riding off in a car crying. Isn't it like, it just felt, first of all, y'all have been clocking that Condola had been pregnant since like episode 8, right?
Yeah.
So it wasn't even a shock factor. Yeah. It was like, oh shit.
And I clocked it in episode 8 when she was blowing him up, but then in episode 9 he was like, oh, we done.
We had a conversation and we're done.
And then plus I was like, Insecure, they're messy, but they know when to draw it back. Like they're
messy, normal life messy. Yeah. They're not like Tyler Perry messy. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. And not that doesn't happen. I had a person have a baby on me, so it does happen. It definitely happens. But I didn't expect such a cliche thing because it's something about adding a baby. It's always like you want to add new life or more drama to a show. Yeah. Throw in a baby. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. New life. Baby. Being Mary Jane. Drama. Oh, throw in a baby.
But with Fresh Prince of Bel-Air,
she was pregnant. Yeah, so it's like, I mean, I get that.
Or Blackish.
But Blackish.
They made her pregnant for no reason.
You want new life in a new show. Throw in a baby.
And they don't even acknowledge the
They forget about, what's his name? Devontae can go.
They even said in the episode, like, where's Devontae at? We don't know.
They spent every episode reminding us that they don't know, have no clue.
Junior is the only one that takes care of Devontae.
Junior is the only one who talks to that baby.
Yeah. So it's just like
even on Halloween, them niggas was like, well, he ain't gonna get on Halloween. Junior was like, okay, let's just pretend Halloween in the house.
Right.
Like, Junior is literally a single father to his brother.
But then I also hate with like throwing in the pregnancy and the new baby and this whole like, I don't want it to sound bad, but it's like the whole morality of being pro-choice. And it's like they never have an option of like, or maybe this person don't want a baby and they just go abort. I mean, they did it on Empire with Becky, where she decided to choose
Empire, and a lot of y'all didn't. I think it came on Showtime because y'all parents didn't get Showtime. Soul Food.
Okay.
So, and what I did enjoy about Soul Food was Bird got pregnant. I mean, it was Lim's baby, of course. They were married and they already had a son. And she was just like, this isn't a good time for me. Mm-hmm. We just really got back together. Our money is funny. I'm not having a baby. She gets an abortion Terry's just like, all right, well, I'll take you. Maxine's like, how dare you? And then Lim was basically like, how dare you? So you got to see what happens, because abortions aren't for girls who are 16 and pregnant. Abortions are for anybody who wants an abortion. So that was like the first time I think I had seen a storyline where somebody got pregnant, and you're pro-choice, but it was like the other side of pro-choice. Because everybody be pro-choice, but it always be, I'm keeping a baby. Not pro-choice, and let me get an abortion. With the exception of Empire recently did it, but Soul Food was the first time I was just like, oh, okay, and she's married. And they already have a kid. And they have like a 4-bedroom home. They were still living at Big Mama house. They got like a home. And she was just like, no, I'm not. And of course, Lim was upset, and they had to go through that, and she had to like apologize a billion times because he was just like not talking to her. But that was one of the first times I seen pro-choice on the other side.
Or it's like, you know, they don't want to write in the option of having an abortion. Or it's like they just kind of don't want to write or deal with the aftermath of like the woman losing the baby. It's like they never want to take it in that direction.
I would like to see somebody lose a baby, honestly, because that happens too. It's like you always get, it's my body, so I'm keeping it. Because her even line was like, I wasn't ready with Mark, but I'm ready now. That had nothing to do with Lawrence. It was like, personally, I'm ready to be a mom, so...
And it's like, but then to me, it was just kind of manipulative with her doing it, because it's like you went to Lawrence knowing that he's not that type of guy. And so it's just kind of like essentially, and I don't want to say that like Condola trapped him, but then it's just kind of that idea like, well, he is, why not get pregnant by him?
And she knows he's a nice guy. You be knowing when you're dealing with like nice people. And she knows overall he's a nice guy, and he won't neglect the child. She wouldn't have did that with nobody else.
Knew, when you went there and was like, well, you can be as involved as you want to, or I can do it myself. You knew. And
you was actually kind of like trying to gauge him so he could be like, I'm going to be there. Like, you wanted some validation in that too, and I didn't really like that.
He was already like, so... What are you?
So, do I need to take you?
He didn't even get an option like, well, whatever you want to do.
Do I need to pay for it?
He was like,
are you coming for money?
The first thing was, is it my child? Then it was like, so what are you going to do?
And it's just like, people amped Condola up to be this such mature being. And I know this is going to sound like, I don't want to offend anybody, but the reality about sex and adulthood, especially when you start getting into your 30s, you know exactly what it is to make a baby. You know literally exactly. So we all know condoms aren't 100%. Hell, it was a whole episode of Friends where Ross was like, wait, what?
It's 99%.
No, he really called him back. Like, why they call the condom company? But like we always know what it takes, and you have to take extra precaution. You know what I mean?
Especially even like with your birth control, especially with like the IUD, because I heard that the IUD either works or it don't.
No, I heard that too.
It's like one or the other. It's either it's working,
but it's like it's birth control. It's Plan B. It's like she wasn't like people be getting upset like. Like, when you talk about, like, Future and get people pregnant, people be upset with Future. But I remember somebody was like, well, she shouldn't have got pregnant. And it was like, that's not how it works. It's like, no, that's how responsibility works. Like, at the end of the day, you actually are responsible for your body. And, it takes two to have a baby. But on the back end of everything, you have to be responsible for yourself.
But then also... It seemed like, from what he was saying, it seemed like they were being careful. So it didn't even seem like it was like we just raw dog it.
But something about her, I feel like
she wouldn't let him go in her raw like that.
It just, something about, I don't know. I don't like that storyline. I don't like that storyline for Lawrence. I don't like that storyline for Condola. I don't want to. When I think Princess Penny, when he put should Issa leave or stay, I was like, actually, Lawrence and Condola can just both go.
Yeah, because at this point, like,
I don't want to see that storyline. Like, I don't want to see this love have to happen under these type of circumstances. Like, just go let Issa meet somebody and go mind her fucking business, because I don't want to see Lawrence trying to co-parent in this awkward ass situation. I don't want to see how Issa can figure it out in this awkward ass situation. I don't want to see the break. And the thing too is, I wouldn't be upset if she stayed with him because this is the break baby that the celebrity said they had. Like, they literally was on a break. Yeah. Everybody knew they was on a break. They knew they were on a break.
They were on a break.
They were broken up. Yeah, like, so it's like Issa staying with him is not like her wanting to stay with him, and I think that's why she asked the question she asked when she said, "So are y'all getting back together?" Yeah. Really, she was asking, "Are we going to stay together?" Yeah. It wasn't that question wasn't about him and Condola.
It was like, so you're leaving me for her now?
Right,
yeah. Go over there and start a family with this
right.
bitch?
It was more of her like, so are we going to be together? Right. Because I still want to be together. Yeah. Essentially, she still wants to be together. So I just don't want to... I don't want to see 10 episodes next season of them trying to be having baby showers and facilitate a child. Like,
yeah, and then plus, like, it's like people tend to forget Lawrence is he's the star of the show, along with Issa and Molly. And for me, seeing them write this, it's just kind of like, okay, so now what about his job in San Francisco? Because he's been working to get in a position like that. Okay. So now it's like, so now is he not going to San Francisco anymore? Now he has to stay in LA. But then it's like, if he goes to San Francisco, now we gotta see him balancing the move, balancing his job, balancing Issa, and balancing Condola.
When balancing Issa away from LA was going to be a lot anyway.
Yeah,
they were still very
an adjustment.
Yeah, they were still very new in their new relationship. Yeah. And sometimes I think people forget the simplicity of just regular ass drama with couples.
Right, because it was gonna be drama with him moving to San Francisco and then starting a new job. So then, it was going to be like he was going to be busy, and Issa was going
to be one of the things where she called and he out with the coworkers, and it's just like...
Or Issa is busy planning her events and she can't. So then it's going to be a thing like, can we make this work?
And if they wanted a third dynamic, I always still say that Issa could have a platonic relationship with Nathan, but since Lawrence already knew they slept together, him starting to kind of feel a little insecure because she really, at this point, if he's in San Fran, she has a lot of time on her hands. Uh-huh. So and Nathan's helping her with her next event. So I would have liked it if they wanted a third element. Yeah. I would have preferred it being Lawrence like, well, why you always with this nigga?
Right.
Like every time I call you.
Right.
You either leaving, about to go, or there. Like,
or like when he come into town, Issa's trying to have him hang out.
Yeah, it's just like because she's like, nah, what I'm gonna do, because you guys should be talking about what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna have everybody meet each other. We're gonna be good. And then it's just this awkward situation, and he's just looking at her and everybody.
And like, if Issa start up a song and then Nathan starts singing with her, he like, wait, you don't do that.
Yeah,
me and her do that.
Or they have like a banter that they have. And yeah. Wait, but y'all funny?
Right.
Y'all funny together. Oh, y'all funny together. Wow. That's y'all really all we have.
Kikiing with each other.
Right. We got jokes and sex at this point. Wow. So I would have, because having a long distance relationship is a lot. Anybody who has been in a long distance relationship knows it plays on every insecurity that you can possibly have.
Like when you ain't talking to me, you like, who this nigga with?
Yeah, like
he ain't called me. What's
you really like clocking when they called you, how many times they called you. And I'm talking about this shit is even before FaceTime. Like at least FaceTime, you could like stalk a nigga. I'm talking back in the day when
you be calling, you hear something in the background like
when Skype was only available, and only time people can Skype is if they in their house, and then you still in the background like, what? Who are the people talking?
Right?
Because I've been in the background of plenty of Skypes. So it's just I didn't like I said, pro-choice people like the fact that she was like, I'm ready, but I still want to see the other side of pro-choice where either she decides to have an abortion or she miscarries. Or I think too, another storyline could have been
positive.
I would have liked Issa being pregnant and then Issa deciding not to keep it. Yeah. And then him feeling away, but then he can't really.
Or it being like him and Issa, they just got back together and she gets pregnant. And then it being like, well, what should I do? This is going to be difficult. I wouldn't even want all.
I would want her to kind of get pregnant and be like, I'm not keeping it. Mm-hmm. And that's that. Yeah. And then they have a discussion because then he comes in like, well, why don't I have a choice? You know what I mean? Like, But then I can deal with that pro-choice, like that.
The only pregnancy I wanted to see was Issa's. If you were gonna tell me somebody was pregnant, Issa.
Because like I said, it was very. I remember when Janae said she was pregnant by John. I remember literally like my lungs like closing. It was like a what? And then it was just like, when did show air again?
It'd be like, bitch,
like
Janae's pregnant.
Like it was this. I didn't get that feeling from this story. It was just like, y'all had been saying Condola been pregnant since 2 weeks ago, and it was no shock factor to that. It was just like, oh, she pregnant. It's just like, so why are we doing this?
Yeah, to me, like I said, it was just a disappointment. Like, y'all really did.
And I didn't like, because I follow Princess, and no shade, I love all y'all art. Love.
We were just going to bat for you last week or the week before.
Listen, I really was, because the way they be coming at y'all should be cussing these fans out. But what I didn't like when like they were saying that the love story really is Molly and Issa, but I remember Tracy Ellis Ross was on The Breakfast Club, and she said that the real love story was Joan's relationship with Tony. I can't agree with Issa and Molly being the real love story, because they really got contentious and terrible this season. Yeah. Joan and Tony from out the gate on Girlfriends. I think season 1, didn't Joan accidentally say the chlamydia thing, and then
that was like the end of season 2, I think. It was like, yeah.
And then she tried to mess with Joan. What's his name? DeAndre. Yeah. Sally Whitfield's husband.
DeAndre Whitfield.
Yeah. So something about Joan and Tony has always been a little messy or off, where I could see, and then plus with them, there was no leading man the entire time. They didn't start the show, like even in Sex and the City, it's people who started that show. Like Big and Carrie started that stuff. So Big and Carrie was the end goal from jump, because he was the only person that stayed throughout all those seasons, regardless if he was a regular member, half a member, and showed up 2 episodes in like season 4.
They will let you know he was on, because at the opening credits, it would be whatever his real name is.
Christopher North.
They're like, oh, so we're getting big this episode. Yeah. Even if it was just him leaving a voicemail. Yeah.
What? He will leave a voicemail. He will say, hey, kid. Hey, kid. So, he will show up for a birthday and bring balloons. Right. We've seen his ass a whole season. Right. Happy birthday, kid.
Right.
Look at this nigga showing up again. Right. And the only other love story in Girlfriends to me was Darnell and Maya, because they could have X'd that out, but they found a way to always integrate him and them. And even though he was damn near at the altar, like they didn't take it so far where I didn't.
Because they slept together the night before, didn't they?
Yeah, or something. It was something messy.
Oh, no. He had a bachelor party, and he ended up coming to Maya's after the bachelor party, and he was drunk. And passed out on her couch. And didn't he say he shouldn't do it? I still love you, Maya.
Yeah.
She was like, well, should I go to the wedding? And
I'm really happy. And the fact that they was running and the family was running behind them trying to beat their ass is the funniest thing to me. But, like, I feel like these other shows had, like, a running love story.
Just at the end of the day, it was just pure BS. That was just him trying to get people off his back. And anybody that know me know that I don't care for BS. Just say you thought it was going to be a shock factor. Like, just say that. Don't be all like, well, we wanted it to be something that brings Molly and Issa back together, because they were going to end up back together anyway.
They really could have ended up back together because of Tiffany. And honestly, if I'm being honest about Tiffany, I would have liked them to have delved in more. Like, her just opening her door and just saying, I didn't know what to do, was very anticlimactic, since y'all spent like 15 minutes of that episode searching for her. I would have definitely liked if they kind of got into the room and she was like going off wine and Xanax or something, and it's like, okay, we really need to get her some help. Like, it was just very like, they found Tiffany, I ain't know what to do.
And then Kelly, Molly, and Issa kind of standing back.
It was it was all that just for that. Like, if you're gonna add the drama, that would have been would have been the moment where you added the drama, where it was dead ass. Like, they go into the room, she's not dead, but she's like passed out off wine and antidepressants or something. You know what I mean?
She needs to answer the door, so she needed to be out of it a little.
Yeah, like but I think it could have just been more. It just didn't. Yeah. I wasn't satisfied when they found her. I was just like, oh, okay. Yeah. Y'all, we sat for 15 minutes and y'all riding buses and going to Mexican restaurants. Yeah. And watching video footage. and then having a random Black Lives Matter moment just to find her like taking a shower. Yeah, at the Sheridan taking a shower.
Yeah.
Like I would have preferred her to be like out of it enough to the point, or maybe he could get the room key because they are husband and wife and he could show the card or whatever. I would have preferred it to be a bit more like, okay, she's really going through.
We need to get her help.
We need to get her help.
This is something.
Yeah, hey, I'm here for you. You know, I got you. We're gonna get you some help.
And that would have brought Molly and Issa together because it really would have been like,
because it would have been scary and we could have lost some friends.
We could lose each other
and we beefing for like stupid stuff. And then I could have had a conversation and like, you know what we going through is petty. We need to talk about it. But at the end of the day, what we going through is really stupid in the bigger scheme of things.
Yeah. I didn't like them using like, look at us having man issues, and now let's
have a wait until Excel moment. Yeah, and I didn't like that of Molly either because it feels like if Molly wasn't having man issues, she wouldn't have called Issa. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's like, I got my nigga, so I'm good, and that's pretty much like the vibe it kind of came off at.
But on the flip side, I mean, I'm not that type of person where I get a dude and I just like leave everybody. But I have had a friend like that, and me and her. We had a minor disagreement at one point in time, and when she was with her guy, and she had told me, because we, like I said, we had a disagreement. We had talked for a little while, and then I apologized to her for like just how I reacted at something or my lack of reaction, and she just kind of told me like, yeah, and since I'm with him, I just feel like it's just me and him against the world, and like. He's my friend. And I was just like, well, damn, girls. Like,
yeah, because people have an idea of or versus and. Yeah. And I'm very happy I've never been that. Like, I've never been that person in a relationship where I didn't need my friends.
Yeah, I've never been that type
of person. I'm really happy I never was that person because it's just overrated.
But I guess also because when I've had my relationship or dealt with someone, it was just more so on a like we may be together, but he's also like my friend, so I can hang out with him and hang out with my friends, and then I don't have to like separate the two from each other. And plus, I'm not the type to be up under people anyway, so I need my friends because I need my space.
Yeah, and Molly really, she got to continue therapy because I clocked Molly episode 9 behind that food. Mm-hmm. And something about her saying, I know that's your favorite spot, but I didn't like whatever I had that day. Mm-hmm. So I ordered this food. Didn't sit right with me because...
And I didn't pay attention to that until I think you had said something about it. So then I went back and watched it and was like, oh, he did have a reaction to that.
Because my thing was, why couldn't you just order his food and go get your own food? Like, how was that not an option? Like,
call him and let him know.
Why is that not clicking?
Yeah.
They like... Hey, I don't like Taco Bell. I'm going to Chick-fil-A, but I'm about to get you these gorditas.
Yeah, I'm going to get you what you want.
I'm going to get your gorditas, but I'm going to swing by Chick-fil-A and go get me a chicken sandwich. It really was that simple.
Yeah, and for her to feel in a way like, but I am compromising. Like, her thing was like, well, when I was working so much, you said I was working too much, so I'm bringing you into my job now. And it's like, okay, girl.
But that's not a compromise. You're just bringing him into your work so you can still work a lot.
Right.
The compromise would be slowing down their work.
Yeah, let me balance this.
Yeah.
And you picking up on the cues that he didn't want to go to the little function after.
And he had it right. If it was the other way around, why would you want me to go to something I'm going to be uncomfortable at?
Yeah.
She would have flipped the fuck out.
Right. I told you no.
Yeah. Why would you do that to me?
I said I'm tired.
But why would you do that to me?
Yeah.
Why would you do something like that to me personally? Like, I don't get it.
Yeah. You're trying to control me?
And I don't like it. So it was just... So I'm kind of happy because it was like... It was something about that food because it's just like, so why didn't you just get what he liked? You dead ass like, I know that's your favorite restaurant, but I didn't like what they had. So it's just like, so... The other option, get his food and go get your own food.
Right. And it's just...
And I don't think he liked the way she did Issa though either. I always think
since episode 5, he's been like, well, why don't you just talk to her?
Yeah, like, okay.
You should really just talk to her.
You going real hard for no reason.
Yeah.
I mean, I really didn't have a good time, even though we was cracking jokes at brunch. It's like...
But you could talk to her, though.
And it just, even that LaToya thing, when he was just like, I'm going to watch it. No, you're not going to watch it without me. Wait, what?
Right.
But you want to go to sleep. Because of a party that I didn't want to go to.
Right. Right. We could have got home sooner and watched this together.
But
and where is Flavor Flav? Did she get rid of the dog too? Because
Chrissy really be asking about that damn dog.
Where is Flavor Flav?
Where is LaToya? And that's the other half too. Y'all really gave me 30 minutes and nobody saw, or 23 minutes and never told me where the fuck LaToya's at. And that pissed me off.
Well, aren't we supposed to get like a reunion for LaToya?
I don't know. They have a podcast for it. I'm gonna listen to it.
I listened to it.
How is it?
It didn't. The podcast basically like played stuff that's been in the show with just a little bit more, but it doesn't tell you where she's at. It's like on the next episode we'll be sorry. They're trying to make this into a thing, or if it's
I don't know, but I like that one season when Regina Hall was a slave that was kind of like Scandal a little bit.
It was Scandal meets Underground.
Yeah, but at the end of the season, they show all of them like back to back, where you got like a full.
I hate slavery. I told you. I said next season they need to do like an Empire meets Power, and they should have like Brisha Webb do like the cookie role.
What was their first season?
They did the prison lockup.
Oh, I did love it. Not love at the. They did love at the lockup, but not love at the lockup.
No, it wasn't. It was just one of those prison shows where it's like they showing you the prison. They like
Conjugal Visit.
Yeah,
I remember Conjugal Visit.
Yeah,
and then season 2 was Martin.
No, season 2 was Due North. Season 3 was with the reboots. The reboot was
Martin.
It wasn't Martin. It wasn't
Martin.
It was with Bill Bellamy and.
That wasn't Martin. Did you see the scene? The set was Martin.
But that wasn't the name of the show.
Oh, no, it wasn't the name of the show.
Yeah, but that was when they were doing reboots real heavy.
I miss Marvin from Love Is.
Yeah, so, but, yeah.
I mean, like I said.
But do you actually think Andrew and Molly broke up, or do you think, like, she went to Issa because she was just like, girl, you right, I'm fucking this up. Like,
I think... I don't care. Condola pregnant. I don't give a fuck about what I think at this point. If they're not broken up, maybe he wants to back up. Not necessarily break up, but back up in a way it's just like...
You need to continue to work on yourself.
Yeah. We not done, but we gonna have to slow this down a little bit because this is not working for me.
Yeah.
And I think, Molly do need to work on herself. And I don't think he's done. I don't think they're done because that's just not how life goes anyway. Or, well, before y'all got Condola pregnant. But that's not really like how life goes. So I don't think he'll be in the forefront going into like next season. But I think he'll be in next season.
I like Andrew.
Yeah, but she's going to have to she's definitely going to have to take a step back because... I clocked that shit with that food. And then just even with her and the brother, it was just like, how you just gonna avoid this nigga family? Like, a lot of people don't like their in-laws.
Well, Molly, I was taken aback with Molly when she said F you to his brother in Mexico. Because I'm like, well, damn, when you say F you to somebody, like, to me, that's kind of fighting words. Like, you done, took it over. I remember my ex-boyfriend, me and him got into it. And I said F you to him. And he was like, you better not ever say that to me again. Like, if you saying that to me...
That's where I draw the line.
Yeah, he was like, if you saying that to me, you might as well just say we done. And so... From that, I've just always kind of taken from it, like, that's, like, disrespectful to say to somebody.
Yeah, it is.
And, yeah, I was just like, well, damn, that piece of the brother.
But for the brother, too, because, like I said, that could have been his olive branch and peace offering, and she didn't even allow that to, fully happen. Yeah. And clearly, Andrew's very close to his brother. So, it's just, like, chill out.
Yeah. I don't know. Princess... I don't know.
I would have preferred, like I said, maybe Kelly should have wrote the finale.
Right. The only way that y'all gonna still have me for season 5 is if that first episode it's like, oh, it was a false positive. Condola ended up going to the doctor and it was a false positive. Or by the beginning of the episode, because I also don't want Lawrence to give up that opportunity in San Francisco.
It would just make him a bum ass nigga. I don't feel like that again.
Like, don't do that to his character when we've been seeing just throughout the whole, like, the theme of it all has been, like, them growing. And so...
Which is real life.
Yeah. And plus now, like, they started off in like their late 20s. They started the show off in the late 20s. Like 32. Now they're 30.
Yeah.
I know Issa just turned 30 on the show last season or whatnot. So start off season 5 with, like, you know, he's been in San Francisco, but he still comes back to do his duties for, you know, Condola with the baby. And then so it's like he comes back and he's there for Condola, but then by the end of the episode, he going over to Issa's and he looking all sad, and he's like, Condola lost the baby. And then or
a false positive.
I mean, well, I said false positive first, but if not, Condola lose the baby.
And I would prefer that, and then Issa be like, all right, well, let's just slow this down a little bit. Like, I would prefer it just that way, and then she'd be like, we're still together, but
yeah, like, she comforts him. And
slow this down a little bit.
Yeah.
I just think...
And, like, you could write that. Like, y'all wrote about postpartum depression. Not many people are writing about that, addressing that. Like, address the women that end up losing babies, because that happens. Like,
or women who just decide to have an abortion.
Like, why are you afraid of... But
like, I wouldn't even mind if Condola ran into Issa and it just got awkward, and then Condola realized this is just stupid.
Okay, I could accept that too. But then, like, with people being like, oh, well, Condola getting pregnant is unrealistic. But I'm just like, no, because as a 34-year-old woman that I am, if I was to get pregnant right now, I would have like
make me an auntie.
I would have that hard decision.
Auntie! I'm ready to be Auntie Ebony. Oh my God.
You have a niece.
I do.
So you
find another one.
So, but no, I would, at 34, it kind of would be like, well, damn, you know.
Is this my only opportunity?
Yeah. Like, I'm not no young girl anymore. Like, I mean, I'm still young. But, you know, I'm 34. This isn't ideal for me. But could I do it? But I don't want to do that. So, you know, after there's condoms, there's birth control, and there's plan B. So if a baby can get through all that, they deserve to be here.
It is a whole lot. If that sperm is jumping hoops like that,
at that point, baby nigga, you deserve it. So, but... yeah, so I could definitely see Condola having the baby. Like, that's very realistic, especially for her to be in her 30s and to feel like, I should have the baby. I'm in my 30s.
Like I said, I still would just prefer the storyline to be a miscarriage, and then, like, he navigates it because he still's, like, sympathetic, because Lawrence is actually a nice guy.
Yeah.
But then it's kind of offensive to Issa that he's so sympathetic, even though he don't want the baby, but it's still naturally, your kid just died. And I would like an episode or two of, like, him being sympathetic to Condola, and we don't actually have to see her physically.
Yeah, we don't have to see her.
We can never see her again. Yeah. But then Issa, like, trying to navigate being sympathetic and empathetic, but then kind of like, I'm kind of happy. Yeah. I'm kind of happy that happened.
Yeah. But
because people don't show that either.
Yeah.
Like, having a girl getting pregnant and then people trying to co-parent and navigate a relationship while they try to co-parent with somebody else is a story that we always hear about.
Yeah. But listen, if I gotta see a season of Lawrence and Condola co-parenting with each other, I ain't watching it.
I'm letting you know now. Yeah. The second I get a shadow in an act, Blacktivity, all them pages I follow that keep you updated on who get hired and who get fired. If I see that they really have Condola as a regular person on that show, I'm not even watching the next season. Y'all can cancel Christmas. I will mind my business. I
mean, like I said, I'll watch it unless it starts stressing me out. But it's no longer gonna be like me being like, yes, I love Insecure. It's just gonna be like, all right, nothing else on. I'm gonna watch it.
That nigga looked so sad telling Issa that girl.
He did, girl, and that hurt my heart too, because I felt
bad. Like, I kind of want to comfort him. Like, just, in a weird way, it's like Issa hug him.
It was.
And I knew that shit. I knew the second the way she kissed him and how he like kissed her in that doorway. I was like, oh, this nigga's about to hit her with something.
Because he held on to her.
He was just like, because I ain't gonna be able to hold like
this. It was like
this innocence. This innocence that we have right now is about to be broken.
It was like
you're just like, you're not gonna feel the same. So let me.
Because it wasn't like, it was like, you know how the hands like they glide on your back.
He was like, let me get this pure love.
Like it was like the arm on top of the shoulders, and then coming.
Dad's like, you're never gonna hug me like this again because you're about to be mad for a while. So let me get this. And just the way she went up to kiss him, he kind of was just like, oh, shit.
He was like, is everything okay? You good? I mean, I haven't been sleeping, but you know, I heard that's good.
Yeah, that nigga was sick. And what hurt me really was her still wanting to be with him with that damn question. So y'all about to get back together? And it's just like, Issa, you trying to act like y'all gonna stay together. And that was the sad part, because I'm like, she gonna stay with him. And I don't feel no type of way about her staying with him, but
I don't feel the type of way. I just don't want to see them have to navigate that. Like, I don't want to see them have to go through that.
Yeah, I don't want to see Condola no more.
Yeah, I don't either.
And that's, like I said, sometimes just simple regular bullshit in relationships is enough.
Right. And if y'all wanted to shock people, y'all could have like ended it by Lawrence being like, so you moving to San Francisco with me, and leaving it at that, and us being like, so what did she do?
Right.
Is she leaving or not?
What's she doing?
Everybody would have been on Twitter.
And just the simple fact that was already on the table too. Mm-hmm. And it's like, cause he want her to come. Like, it's just really odd how this monkey wrench got thrown into this.
And the thing is,
for no reason.
I've really been enjoying this season. Like, this season is really like, I've been fully vested into this season.
And it's honestly, it's been a lot going on in the news. So especially episode 8 when they went on that date. Honestly, that was like a breath of fresh air with everything going on. That was finally like a moment where I think, for me, I don't know about everybody else, but for me, it was just like, the world is okay. And I know it's a TV show, but that was like the first time for that 21 minutes, I was like...
Episode 8 had me talking to the TV like, go in there, Issa. Get your man. Get him.
It was a breath of fresh air. And this one just was like...
Girl, and you know Candace, I was talking to her because she ain't seen... Well, I don't know if she's seen it yet, but she hadn't seen the episode yet. And she was like... Well, is it predictable? I was like, yes, it's predictable. She was like, Condola pregnant? I was like, yeah. She was like, well, how did things go? Like, did Lawrence cry? And I was like, yeah. Because she was like, well, I was like, you know, everybody's been mad about the episode, but not in a good way. Just everybody's just mad because it's predictable. And so she was like, well, did Lawrence cry? I was like, yeah. She was like, I think I would like the episode. I was like, cause you like melodramatic stuff like that. She be watching Tyler Perry's Sisters.
I said if you go see Tyler Perry in the movie theaters, you would like this finale.
Yeah, she was like, I would like that, but she was like, honestly, her and Lawrence don't have chemistry to me. I was like, what? I was like, you think her and Daniel got chemistry? And she was like, yeah, like I think they got chemistry. I was like, just say you like Daniel.
Yeah, her and Lawrence has the better chemistry. Like, every time I talk to somebody, they was like, I don't know why, but I was like, I be smiling at the TV when they together and they having a good time. I caught myself, so I was like,
yeah,
look at him. Look at him being happy.
I've seen comments like, he just be nagging her. Look at him nagging her. He's verbally abusive, emotionally abusive. I'm like, I have relationships with guys where we just crack jokes on each other. I think that's like kind of like my love language. Just
and it's fun.
Yeah.
Like, y'all niggas don't laugh in y'all relationships. Right. Y'all do the does.
Right. Because I'm like, I do that.
Yeah. Nigga, I'm like 5 seconds from your mama so fat. Like, let's crack. Like, it's boring if we don't. What are we doing?
Right.
What are we doing if we don't crack jokes? So corny.
Yeah. So I was like, where do y'all get this from for Lawrence? Like, y'all want him to be bad. And that was another reason why I did not care for that, because everybody wants Lawrence to be an F-boy so bad. And so then it's like, for him to get Condola pregnant, it's like, see? Look at him here.
And I don't think there's a win out of this. If there's no win, because if he does the most with Condola, he tried Issa. If he doesn't do enough with Condola, he's a deadbeat daddy. Yeah. So they kind of put him in, like, was it Brick in a Hard Place? What's it called?
Between the rocking
and hard place. Yeah, it's like that. It's like there's. How do you balance that? I don't like the way. This wasn't a shock factor for me. Like I said, shocking would have been Issa being pregnant and not keeping a baby. That's shocking. Shocking would have been Tiffany really doing bad. Not open the door. I just took out my sewing bag, but bad. And they'd be like, all right, we really got to do something. That would have been more shocking than Condola being pregnant. It felt very the game. And honestly, my shock factor with this episode versus the game, I was on 100 with the game. I literally was just like, so y'all wasting my time.
Right.
Y'all just played in my face.
Right. For
a storyline that's not even like really worth it.
It's not original. It's very cliche.
Yeah, it's not like he cheated on her. Everybody knew they were not together. Everybody knew he was doing something, if not even a relationship, doing something with Condola. So it's like Issa's well in her rights with seeing this through because he didn't have a baby on her. He's just having a baby.
Yeah.
And I don't really like that idea. People are like, well, she don't need to stay with him because he had a baby on her. No, he didn't.
Right.
Them niggas ain't together.
Right.
And if it's any indication, her literally asking, are y'all going to get back together now? Is literally her saying, are we going to still be together?
Yeah. And how they were going in between her conversation
now
and Lawrence and Condola.
The way they did the scene was gorgeous. But overall.
Like, so she keeping it? And then Condola.
Yes, I'm going to keep it.
I'm going to keep it.
Fuck. That nigga really. I'm like, I just don't want to tell nobody I'm pregnant, and that's that nigga reaction.
Right. I would never want to tell somebody I'm pregnant, and they'd be like, so.
It's mine?
Right.
So you keeping it?
Right.
Fuck. I don't want nobody to say fuck when I'm saying I'm pregnant. It's just not how that goes.
Or giving you that look like you ruining my life.
Like you literally are ruining my fucking life.
He was looking at her like
you fucking
you know
bitch.
What you doing, bitch?
Like nigga, I need to hit me up like Derwin did Janae. This is ridiculous.
Bitch, you know what you doing.
Derwin definitely hit up Janae though. I just want to throw that back out there. But it was just, I don't know. I wasn't impressed. Overall, I still give the season a 9.9 out of 10 because it was just this last episode that just I don't know if this was the first episode he wrote.
Hopefully it's the last.
I really would have liked to see Kelly's perspective of the last episode because she did really well with episode 8.
Or the person that did episode 3, low-key thankful, they could have did this episode.
The Thanksgiving episode? Yeah. Whoever did episode 3 was good too. Because it was something about them running thinking their mama was hurt and realizing that was the boyfriend. It's like, oh, it's just him. It's just like, wait. But the ambulance is still there. Something's still happening. Somebody still...
Mama? Oh, it's just Stanley.
Girl, it's just that nigga she fucked with. Anyway, so...
And then as soon as the EMC drive off, it's like, okay, so where we going to eat?
No, it wasn't even that. I don't fuck with adult twins. That part. Like, wait, what you don't fuck with adult twins? Like, do you think twins die before they turn 18? Like, she dead ass said, I don't fuck with adult twins. And that nigga said that part. Wait, what? So what do y'all think happened to adult twins? Tia and Tamara? Literally, Tia and Tamara. You don't fuck with Tia and Tamara. I don't fuck with adult twins. What? That shit was so funny to me because it's some dumb shit I was saying. I don't fuck with adult twins, huh?
Right.
Tia and Tamara.
But yeah, we just, and then especially for us, we're not getting another season, so probably like the end of next year. 2022? You don't think the end of next year?
Nigga, they about to close this shit. They about to close this shit all the way back down. Have you seen the stats?
I've been hearing about them.
They about to close this shit all the way back down.
Yeah, and I felt that especially like if Biden get in office by November and it's still, he gonna be like, okay, so now I'm coming.
Everybody finna sit down for minimum 4 weeks. I'm being polite when I say 2.
Girl, and I already told you about how at that Trump rally. They can't wear masks, but they had to sign a waiver.
Yeah, I can't wear no mask, but now if I get this shit, I can't say nothing. Girl,
but that's what they get. I mean, I'm not wishing out nobody.
No, I am.
When you play stupid games,
when you do
clownery,
the clown comes back to bite.
So, but yeah, they can't sue if they get sick.
Yeah, no, it's just I don't know. So I think that about most TV. I don't think most TVs, honestly. I think what's going to happen, I think people are doing the pre-steps to TV right now, so everybody's going to write.
Well, y'all got time, insecure writers, that whatever y'all thought y'all were going to write
y'all can
about
unwrite
Condola being pregnant.
Whatever's in your notebook, burn that bitch.
Right. Unless it's Condola losing the baby or Condola really not pregnant.
And I don't even want the dramatics of her not being pregnant, because that's just too dramatic. Like, I lied. It's like, what? Just let her lose the baby. Let's have a learning episode.
Yeah, I mean, we ain't have to go through dramatics of her being like, I lied, because that's just really Tyler Perry.
Yeah.
But just going to the doctor, because it's women that take pregnancy tests, and when they go to the doctor.
I'd rather have like a false positive and everybody go.
Yeah. Whew. Because at this point, it's not even like because the baby is going to be here. So... and
they're not even because they wasn't in a relationship. So, and like I said, Issa's gonna stay with him. Issa's specific question of saying, "Oh, so y'all gonna get back together now?" Him was really her asking, "Are we gonna stay together?" And him making it diametrically clear that whatever the fuck going on over there with that baby, that's that. What's the fuck going on here is what's going on over here, which is me trying to be with you. Like, I don't know that's cute. So we're gonna be together.
Yeah.
And apparently we about to raise a baby.
You a stepmama.
So essentially you're a stepmom.
And you gonna help me do this.
And we're gonna do this together as a family.
Right.
As a unit we are.
So when Condola can't get in touch with me,
she just call you.
Contact.
Right.
So
Issa was stressed out. Issa was that weed on that balcony, which I always thought she was on the first floor, but apparently she's on the second.
Yeah, I thought that too. Or I was thinking that maybe the way the apartments is, because if it's like on a hill, then maybe
her apartment being on the second floor was actually the bigger shocker on that whole episode.
Like,
that is the story we need to hear about. Well, how was she on this balcony that's on the second floor?
Yeah.
And she's clearly been on the first floor this whole season.
Yeah, because I was like, well, okay.
Maybe it's some steps. But then I look, when they panned out, it's like another balcony under her. I was really confused by that. That really helped me more than Condola being pregnant. I was like, wow, how is she on the second floor when this is a first floor apartment?
Yeah.
An obvious first floor apartment.
Yeah. Well.
So. That's it. Well, we probably won't see y'all again until Greenleaf show up.
And that's next week.
Oh, okay. Shout out to Dirty John, the Betty Broderick story. Hated it. Hate it, because it's still currently on. Hates it. Hating it.
Yeah,
Hating it. But you did bring up a good point. With Betty Broderick, I think the Lifetime movie made it comical to me in a weird way.
Yeah, because they picked up after him leaving and then just showing her, they didn't show that him and his wife or mistress or whatever had actually been messing with her. They made him look way more sympathetic.
Yeah.
Where it was like she was bothering them, but like they were going.
They were passive aggressive.
Yeah.
And Betty just went fucking off.
Yeah.
Betty didn't fuck off.
Yeah, it was like you doing this stuff to her in court, and then you got your mistress sending clippings of y'all being out at different functions or sending her stuff for Weight Watchers and Jenny Craig. But then, you know what I'm saying? It's like you already taking her through the ringer in court. And yeah, so...
Boy was beating her ass in court.
Yeah. And so they're showing that on this Dirty John. They're like showing... They even took it like when she was a teenager and just growing up. So they're making her be more sympathetic. But I just don't buy Amanda Peet as Betty Broderick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what I do like about the real life Betty is Betty stands in her shit. And she a real one. Betty don't want to be off on parole. Right. Betty could have been off on parole years ago.
Like the 90s. But every time she go up for her appeal, it's like, do you regret it?
No. I shot them motherfuckers and I'll shoot them again.
No, I don't. And you can't do anything but respect that.
Yeah, I feel like they should just let her go because she ain't gonna kill nobody else.
Yeah,
she wanted that nigga dead. She wanted them dead. Target. Yeah, she don't want us dead. She wanted them motherfuckers dead.
Right. And so, but I mean, y'all should watch it.
Yeah,
but then also go back and watch the Lifetime movie.
Now that Lifetime movie's top tier though.
Yeah,
I remember that Lifetime movie.
Betty was wreaking havoc.
Was, but yeah, this one was sad too. She had a lot of miscarriages, and honestly, like him deciding to leave like med school to be a lawyer
without even telling her. He just told her like, so I got accepted into Harvard when she was already putting you through medical school.
Yeah, and we gotta move.
Yeah,
and I'm having babies. I'm hiding being pregnant because I'm working like Christian schools at the time, and I'm having miscarriages, and you keep knocking me up. And it was a lie, and then him kind of turning the kids against her a little bit was kind of weird.
And when they finally got on, and then she's like telling people about their story, like, yeah, you know, because we struggled for a little bit, we were on food stamps, and then he's like, do you have to say that?
Yes, I know, bitch, I do have to say that. Right. You know what I did?
Right. So yeah, it's like she put her dreams aside to basically help him fulfill his, for him to just do her the way he did. It was sort of kind of like he used her or something, because I think I read that she like came from a wealthy family.
Yeah,
he came from nothing pretty much.
Yeah, I didn't like overall when I watched the Betty Broderick story on Lifetime, the woman who played Betty was funny to me. Meredith Baxter from not All in the Family. Growing Pains. Yeah, Growing Pains. She did a really good job, and it was something comedic about the way she played it too, because it's sometimes, I don't care what y'all say. I know somebody got mad. Somebody tried to cuss me out about Ike Turner the other day, child. They found a pose. They was like, he's sitting there with the finger to the man in a Black Power shirt, but he was beating on his wife. It was just like this whole dissertation. I'm just like,
I watched some clip of him back in the 90s.
When he said he was whooping her ass because she walked around sad. Yeah, I'm sorry. I ain't want to laugh.
He was like, I ain't do more to her than I wouldn't want a man doing to my mom. And it was like,
wait, what? Ike. No, when Ike said she was walking around looking sad, why you got your bottom lip out? I didn't understand why she was so motherfucking mad. It's like, Ike, you're beating her. So I had to beat her because she was mad. Ike! That is the problem. You keep beating this woman. Like, stop.
And then on that other interview, he was like, Ike, did you hear that? I mean, I ain't hear her no more than another man hit his wife. And it was like, Ike.
What? Ike, and then this is the thing about Ike Turner. The way Lawrence Fishburne portrayed Ike Turner is a bit comedic.
I'm off that narcotic.
Nah, that ain't got my daddy blood on it. That ain't got my daddy blood on it.
What I'm supposed to do with these kids?
That nigga was so mad.
Lorraine.
That nigga, Lorraine dropped the fucking kids off the
Oh, so we playing daddy now.
What?
That's right. So we playing daddy now.
Come on, Condola.
So you want to be a daddy?
Come on, Condola. When you used to have them kids from Lawrence.
Why she here, Ike?
Why she here? And the fact that girl committed suicide, Ike tried to choke Tina that night. Like, toxic love to the extent.
Everybody just leave me. You know, they get with me and then
really,
they leave me.
that lady dead ass shot herself in that bathroom, and your first go-to was to stroke down Tina. You dirty dick nigga. Niggas are trash. And then, I'm sorry, when he was hitting her upside the head trying to get into the limo when he had found her at the Greyhound station. Get it. I was just like, this is not supposed to be funny, but
it's kidnapping charges. You taking the kids?
No, but it's the way the mama was. Hello, Ike. It's like Jennifer Lewis.
I mean, goddamn it, Anna, man. If you wanted to take a vacation, you could have let nigga know.
Oh my God, she tried to kill herself, and this nigga dead ass told her that.
If you die on me, I'ma kill you. You hear me, bitch? If you die on me, I'ma kill you.
He really told this lady who tried to commit suicide, if he wanted a break, you should have just said something. She tried to kill herself.
The boys running around here, they need their mama. They ain't going to school. I mean, goddamn it, if you wanted a break, you could have let nigga know.
No, but when she came back from the hospital, hello, Ike, and he had like holes in his left and stuff. He's like, well, I mean, we got stuff to do. It's like, I just tried to commit suicide. What do you mean? And why is there a party going on? I just tried to commit suicide. Like,
you sorry, right? Yeah, you sorry, all right.
You're sorry, motherfucker.
I didn't tell her that. What happened was that she just jumped on the girl because she was using her name, and that's why she was like that. Like, I
was really out here being a fucking terror.
Like, you didn't have to break in the windows. I just got this automobile.
Like, that nigga was such a fucking terror. But the way goddamn Lawrence Fishburne played him, I was cackling through and through. It was just like, this is terrible. terrible.
If you gonna sing the song, you gotta sing the motherfucker.
Get out.
I asked her to sing a song. The white man put a microphone in the face. She sing the motherfucker.
Schoolhouse, our house. The highway, the night train. Oh my God.
I know, I wrote it. Well, if you wrote the motherfucker, you need to sing it.
Don't get that on ya. Wow, she talked a whole bunch of shit for somebody who's being abused though. She was cutting up. It's like, Anime, he beat you. Please stop. Like,
yeah, it was
that fucking movie. I'm sorry, that movie damn near could have almost got a comedy award.
Fishburne acted his ass off his age.
When that nigga dead ass told her if he needed a break, like she tried to kill herself.
God damn, man, if you needed a break, you couldn't let a nigga know.
Yeah, you had to kill yourself. Wait, what? You didn't have to attempt to kill yourself? Wow. It's the way that nigga really was eating Anime up that I just don't understand.
Trash.
That nigga was trash as shit. That's her movie husband too.
Yeah, because they weren't Boys in the Hood.
There was like 3 more movies too. Akilah and the Bee.
Oh yeah, Akilah and the Bee.
I think it's a 4th one actually.
Oh God, I don't remember.
But yeah, that's her movie husband. Jamie Foxx is Kerry Washington movie husband too.
Yeah, Morris Chestnut and Gabrielle Union
are definitely
yeah
husband and wife, and Taraji P. Henson and Terrence Howard.
Yeah. Even though Tyrese might like to beg a different.
Tyrese really be trying to argue that shit, and it's just like, Tyrese, baby boy.
I should have been Lucius. No, you shouldn't.
No. And the funny part was, Lucius was supposed to be Nino Brown.
What's his name?
Who's Nino? Yeah.
Oh.
Wesley Snipes originally was Lucius. She argued for Terrence to get there. I was like, stop that nigga check, sis.
You know he need to pay his taxes.
Stop that nigga check, sis. But yeah, so we will see you guys when Greenleaf is back.
Yep.
Shout out to Insecure. Outside of episode 10, I still give y'all a 9.99999.
Y'all could have kept episode 10.
Y'all really could have ended it with episode 8.
I don't want to see Condola in 2021, 2022.
At this point, I don't even want to see Condola under show 20s. Like, y'all did it so bad that I could actually never see her act again. And that's really terrible. Like, no, but that ass, it was just like, so, what?
Yeah.
Like what y'all, I mean, I'm assuming Lawrence has a 2-bedroom apartment, but like what happens now? Do we all watch them go to Target and pick out clothes? Are we going to have a baby shower episode? And what's the new term? Whatever term it is, it's going to be like low-key baby showering. Like what are we going to do?
I don't know. I ain't trying to see it though.
And y'all can't make Lawrence and Condola have a love story because they just don't. So I would hate for y'all to like try to force a love story because she's pregnant. Because that's not reality.
I cancel my HBO for that.
No, because that too is a reality. Because somebody's like, no, it's a lot of relationships that happen when a woman gets pregnant. I'm like, no, it's not. Y'all niggas just keep fucking and
if they don't want to be with you, he just don't. So.
It's the reason why Future has 8 kids, like with 9 baby mamas.
And do you really want to be the girl that he just settled for because y'all had a baby together?
Yeah, especially when he made it very clear, like, there is a baby, but there is us. Yeah. And I can do both. Which in reality he can, because a lot of people do both.
But I don't want to see it.
I don't want to see it on my TV screen.
So, but yeah, but y'all enjoy the rest of y'all summer, I guess.
Summer's trash at this point.
We don't know what it holds for TV, so but we'll be back for Greenleaf though.
The extra mess I like because they're dramatic, but I expect the dramatics. You know what I mean?
Hey man,
please stop it. Please don't say anything like that. Oh my god! And yeah, we'll be back, and we need to talk about this spinoff eventually, but. Yeah. Neither here nor there. Greenleaf, I'm with you. I don't know why me and Chrissy like that extra drama ass show, but we're there. We're tuned in.
Yeah, so y'all check us out at We the Viewers Pod on IG and Twitter. Mm-hmm. I am ILUV Christy on IG. And
I thought she was about to announce me. I'm Natoya Ebony on all social media. You can follow me there. Listen to Recovering Party Girls. The last episode of Recovering Party Girls has the main part of this show on it. It's intersected. So get your life either way. Be sure to follow us. Thank y'all for everybody who has been following us. We're at 499 for the past 2 days. I'm waiting for us to get to 500, but Neither here nor there.
It's coming.
Well, manifest it, sis.
Manifest. And I'm not gonna say I wrote it because I didn't write the term manifest.
Don't be so.
But just know when I write something, it's my word.
It is definitely gonna be personal work. Yes. That's not diaries anymore. Anyways, y'all get y'all life. We will see y'all next week sometime because Greenleaf comes on the 23rd on. So y'all be watching. I fucking hate Carissa and
Charity
and BB and CC. We're gonna have a lot of conversations. I feel it already. Bye, y'all.
Bye.